So last night's Facebook Live, we did this cute little treat box, and I had bought this cute Kit Kat apple pie candy bar, and I bought it to go inside the box, but it was too big by like 1/4 of an inch. So I told you guys that I would come up with something really, really cute for the Kit Kat bar, and I have. I think that you guys are going to really, really like this. So let me go ahead and bring in, I have a piece of Whisper White cardstock. It is 6.5 by 5.5. We're just going to go ahead and stamp on it. And let me just show you a couple things that I already did. So I kind of made my own designer series paper. So this one, I really love this. But those of you who already have the Harvest Hello, you might have, this was done from the center of the apple. So this piece right here was in the center of the apple. And some of you might have thrown that away. Some of you, like myself, might have kept it. And so that's how I made that apple. So if you don't have the Harvest Hellos and you want to purchase it, keep the center, because look how cute it makes the cutest little apples to make really pretty designer series paper or background, whatever you want to do, or you could use it for your focal apple if you wanted to. So I did that, and then I did this one right here, and I used the apple slice and just colored in the black seeds, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to color in the skin or not, and I'm really struggling with which one to use today. But I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how I did both of them, which it's not hard to figure that out. It's just randomly stamping. I don't stamp in any order or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and use the center of that apple because I absolutely love that. So I inked it up and then I stamped it off. And then all I did was randomly stamp the apple down. Oh, I'm getting a blank spot on there and I don't know why. There we go. So that's just got to make sure that it is covered well with the ink because it is a solid image. So you want to make sure that it is covered well. Good ink coverage. Okay, so that's how I did that one. And then for the apple slice, I just came in with Real Red, and then I just kind of randomly went around again with the apple slice. So that's all I did, and just like so. So I think what I'm going to do for this video, because this is going to go to someone, I really am in love with this. So I think this is the one that we're going to use, but you can use any kind you want to. You can also use a designer series paper that's already printed with any kind of design that you wanted that you thought would go along with it. So what I'm going to do is, before I fold it, I am going to bring in my Simply Score tool, and I'm going to score the bottom edges of this. So I'm just going to take it and just kind of go along here and just kind of give it a couple of lines of scores on both sides. And you'll see why in a minute. So I just want it to have a little bit of a score line on the top and the bottom. Okay, so that's all we're going to do there. And then we are going to bring in, actually, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to use tear and tape for this project. And I am going to put tear and tape along the bottom part right here. Just like that. I probably don't need quite this much, but I'm going to go ahead and put it all the way across. It won't hurt anything if, I think. Yeah, I got plenty of room. Okay, and I should have put my silicone mat underneath here. I'm just going to tear that off just like so. I'm going to bring in my silicone mat so that way no adhesive sticks to it like it just stuck to the paper, so it won't stick to this. So I am going to go ahead and put some adhesive right here, just like so. And then I want it to go down one side. So we are going to do one side of it, just like that. Okay, all the way to there. There we go. All right, so then I'm going to peel off the backing to the to our tear and tape. If I can get it to go. There we go. All right, so now I'm going to make sure that this is the right way. We're going to put our Kit Kat bar right in here, just like so. And then we are going to just wrap this around. Hopefully I cut it long enough, and I did. So just like so. And then we're going to pinch our ends together like that. And then on this side too, just like that. Oops. And I am going to trim off that little piece right there where I kind of didn't trim it or didn't pinch it completely even. Just like that. Okay, so now you can see that the ends kind of have that little look as like your packages do. Okay, so that's that. So now I'm going to put this aside, and I'm bringing in some Daffodil Delight. I've already went ahead and stamped one up with the seeds from the stamp set. I used the seeds and I just stamped those across, and I thought I would probably use that as a belly band, but I cut an extra one just in case I thought the seeds was too much, but I kind of really like that. So, and this is 1.5 inches by, I think it's 6.5. It's either 6.5 or 7. Let me see here. It is 6 3/4 actually. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to wrap this around just like that. I'm going to put some adhesive. I'm just going to use my liquid glue for this right on the back side. Maybe I will. Well, come on. I know this is going to come out in a big blob. There, I knew it would. Okay, so just like that. And then I'm just going to put this on there. Just like that. Just kind of hold that in place. Just like so. Okay, so now we're gonna take some, we're gonna use some of this white ribbon. I think this is like a linen. It's very soft and easy to work with and easy to tie. This comes in the Flowers for Every Season combo pack, and we're gonna probably use that and some linen thread. And I'm also going to, I did forget something, my red cardstock for our red apple. Okay, let me grab that real quick. Right here. So I'm just gonna take our punch, our apple builder punch, and I'm just gonna punch out a red apple, and I'm gonna punch out a green apple. So this is Granny Apple Green and Real Red. So let's see. And we are gonna kind of like stack them like that, just like that on there. And I'm thinking I'm gonna put them over to the side so that we have room for our sentiments. But before we do that, we need to cut out our stems. So we need, you know what? I used black. I just stamped the stems in black. So I'm going to punch our stems in black. Ah, it just went flying. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and punch out 2 stems. Just like that. Pretty easy. And we are going to punch out 2 leaves. The only thing is with the green apple, I'm not going to be able to see the leaf very much, but it'll be all right. Okay, so we are going to glue. All right, so did I just swipe my stems off there, clearing everything off? Uh-oh, I did, didn't I? Oh boy. Okay, so let's go ahead and punch 2 more stems out. There we go. There's my stems. I think I swiped my leaves off too. Wow. Nope, there we go. All right, so we're gonna glue down our stems right on top of our apple, just like that. And then the other one on the green apple. Oops. Just like that. Okay, so there's those. And then we're going to put a leaf right here, like that. And then a leaf. This is the one that's not going to show up very well. It's all right, right there. All right, so that is going to go just like that. And I am going to go ahead and glue this one. No, we want to do this first. Okay, so I'm going to use this ribbon and we are going to wrap this around our belly band just like so, but I want to pull it long enough to tie a little bow. Oh, and I want my linen thread, so let's get our linen thread just like that. Well, here. I've got fumble fingers this morning or this afternoon for lunch. All right. Just go right across there like so. And right across there. All right. My linen thread is not wanting to cooperate with me. It's wanting to come off. Okay, so there we go. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and cut this. Normally I want to just go ahead and tie my bow so that I make sure that I have enough or I don't use too much and have a lot of waste. But in this circumstance, I'm wondering, I usually do not have that much trouble with layering this like this, but this is going to give me a fit this morning. So let's just come around. Come around. Oh, thank you for the hearts. Hello there, whoever you are. I don't see any comments or anything, so I'm not sure who is watching and who isn't, but thank you so much for joining in. So I am going to go ahead and tie this like so. Tie a bow. I hope I did tie enough. I'm starting to second guess myself here. on whether or not I tied enough. This stinking linen thread, not linen, yeah, the linen thread is going to give me a little bit of a fit. Okay, so just like that. And I might not have cut enough because I wanted it to be a bigger bow on the side of it. Just like that. Maybe I won't use the linen thread. We're not going to. We're just going to use the white. It's not cooperating with me today. My fingers are not wanting to work. Hey, Megan. Okay. So I'm tying it off to the side because we're going to put our apples on the other side. Man, my fingers just are not wanting to work today. All right. Now it's upside down. All right, let me see if I can't get it to work like this. Let's see here. Like this. Like this. What is going on? Oh, wow. I don't ever have this hard of a time tying a bow. This is kind of, what? All right, that's good enough. It's not as pretty as I would like for it to be, but it is pretty. And we're gonna trim this right here. Whoop, not ribbon scissors. I want my ribbon scissors. Okay, so right there. And then right here. There we go. All right, so now we're ready to put our apples. So I am going to go ahead and just glue this apple down flat, just like so. And then this one we're going to pop up using dimensionals. And we're just gonna offset it just a little bit like that. Okay, and then all we need now is our sentiments. So we need a little piece of Whisper White, and I think I'm gonna do our sentiment in Granny Apple Green. No, you know what? I'm gonna do it in black. I'm going to do it in black because we have some black going on. Now our project last night we did to an A+ teacher. You could do the same thing with this one to an A+ teacher, or you could use another sentiment. I'm going to use another sentiment today. So I think that I am going to use either Feel Better Soon or You Make Me Smile. How about You Make Me Smile? I like that. So we'll use You Make Me Smile, if I can find it. Maybe I won't. Uh-oh. I might have lost it. Well, darn. Okay, so that says Give Thanks. This is Hey There Pumpkin. Well, I don't even know what that says. Welcome Back. Feel Better Soon. Shoot, where did it go? It's this one right here. And I might have taken it out for something, and I don't know what I did with it. It's not anywhere. Well, that kind of, no, it's got to be in there because that's the stem, that's the leaf, that's the seeds, that's the You're an A+ teacher. You Make Me Smile. Right here. Right here. Okay, you guys, I'm telling you, I think I'm losing my brain. You know, I hear a lot of people say squirrel, and you know, I really wasn't sure what that meant. So I did a little research on it, And it could mean a couple of different things, and some of it is not so nice, but some of it just means, you know, I guess when you see a squirrel crossing the road and it gets all confused and doesn't know which way to go, well, sometimes that's me. So if you want to call me squirrel, you can use it in, or squirrely, you can use it in that fashion, and it would probably be very fitting. Okay, you make me smile. All right, so let's go ahead and trim this down. And I am gonna flag this end. I don't need that much. I just need about that much. We're gonna go ahead and flag this end, or no, because I've got my bow. So I want this to go either, I think I want it to go down here. So I'm gonna flag this in. So we're gonna re-stamp that. And I didn't really like the way that it's stamped anyway. So we're gonna go ahead and re-stamp that. I am going to give enough room on each side. Okay, so they're going to go this way. So this is going to go, and that's crooked. All right. Let's try, why? All right, so let's just do that. It's a little straighter. Okay, so I'm gonna put the lid on that so that I don't throw anything in it. All right, so this is gonna get right here. And then this side, we're gonna flag this side right over here. So we're just gonna flag that. And like so. And then I think we're just going to stick that down just like that. Well, maybe we will pop it up. Let's pop it up. Okay, so I am going to take that off, bring this back in, and I'm going to stick that right there. You make me smile. Just like so. All right, so that is our little gift packaging for the Kit Kat bar. So I hope that you really like that. I think it turned out really, really cute. And if you still have the centers to your apple, keep it. Don't throw it away because you can use it. And if you don't have this set yet, the Harvest Hellos, and you want to get it, and you do get it, make sure that you save that center for the apple, because that's just a little bonus that you can use it in it. And I really like that. Okay, so to the next project. Hopefully the next project will go a little bit smoother than that one. I am going to show you guys how to do a technique that's called the sunburst technique. It's pretty easy to do. We are definitely going to need our silicone mat, and I'm just trying to clean up a little bit here. All right, and this is it. I showed you guys a little sample of it yesterday, or I showed you this card yesterday. So this is the sunburst technique, and we're going to go ahead and try to do that. And I did this a few days ago. I prepped for this, and I'm hoping I can remember my measurements because I didn't write them down. All right, so we're gonna bring in so saffron card base for our card base. This is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. We have a piece of Whisper White that we're gonna attach our designer series paper to, and this is just a little larger than 5 by 3 3/4. It's probably, I don't know, it's not even probably 1/4 of an inch longer, wider. Oh, it's 1/8 of an inch. So it's 1/8 of an inch all the way around, bigger than 5, because I'm going to cut it down to 5 by 3 3/4. So then I have my strips of designer series paper, and I really don't, I think they're 1.5 inches. So they're 1.5 inches by a little longer than 5, so 5 1/8. So of designer series paper, and I'm pretty sure that I got, no, I did have to use two 6x6s of designer series paper, and then I have, and it'll give me 4 1.5 sheets, 1.5 inches wide. And then I took the other one, but I wanted this side, the other side, so I've got 4 of that side. So I'm going to keep these separated, kind of, so everything is like moving all around. I'm going to bring in my trimmer because I have to cut these, and let's see, we're done with this, so let me move that out of the way. And let me see, hopefully you guys can see the trimmer. I might have to move it down a little bit just so you can see where I'm cutting at. So I'm bringing in one of the pieces, and I'm going to cut all the daisy side in one direction. So this one I'm going to cut from point to point. I'm going to line that up in my trimmer. Hopefully you guys can see. Hopefully it's all in there. There's such a delay, it's hard for me to see if it is. All right, so I'm going to lay that down, and I'm just going to cut it. So that gives me 2 of these. So I'm going to cut all of those the same way. I am going to edge corner to corner in the trimmer, just like that. Cut those down, corner to corner. You want to cut these all the same way, these 4 strips. Corner to corner. Like so. All right, so now this one we're going to do the opposite way. So like we did it this way, we're going to do this one this way, like that. Okay. Hey, Lynette. Ah, you missed the little Kit Kat treat holder. Let me show it to you. That's it. That's what we came up with. So let me hold it up close too so you can see. Look, we scored the ends of it so that it looks like a candy bar or a prepackaged package. So isn't that cute? Thought it was adorable. Okay, so I am just cutting these strips down now. These are 1.5 inch by a little over 5 inches long. The length doesn't matter, except for you want to make sure that you do get them long enough to cover the card when you're doing your card. And one set you want to cut one direction, and then you want the other one you want to cut the other way. Okay, so there we go. So that's all done there. So we can move the trimmer out of the way, and we're going to bring in our silicone mat because this is going to get a little messy. I'm going to go ahead and put some liquid glue all the way around here. If I can get it to come out. It's starting to run out because this will ooze out the sides a little bit, and it's okay because you're going to trim it all. You just want it all to stick. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a piece here and this piece here. I want it to be as centered as I possibly can by just eyeballing it. And I want to make sure that the tops cover the cardstock and the bottom covers the cardstock. And I want to butt them right up next to each other like so. And then we're going to come in, and this side is going to get this side here. This side is going to get this side. Oh, geez. Okay, like so. Butt it right up there. So that's why you want to make sure that you get it nice and glued up, because you want a little bit of wiggle time to be able to slide it if you need to. Did I get that covered? Ooh, barely. Okay. So, and then you're just alternating the patterns. Just like that. And just like that. So this is pretty easy. It's not difficult at all. And just like that. Okay. And like so. Megan, did you have a good birthday? I hope that you did. Okay. I forgot to ask you that yesterday. And then one more piece right here. Okay. Hopefully that is on there good. I think it is. Okay. And then we're gonna trim all of this. But I'm going to go ahead and use my scissors to get it as close to my cardstock as I can. Just so that I can trim it with my trimmer. You could just go ahead and cut your cardstock the right dimensions, 5 by 3 3/4, and then just trim off your excess that's overhanging. But I don't always cut straight, and I cut into my cardstock sometimes when I'm cutting a lot like this. So, and my eyesight isn't as good as it could be. I really need to, that isn't sticking down. I really need to get a new prescription, I think. I think it's overdue. I'm gonna go ahead and try to get that as straight as I can on there. There we go. Just like that. Okay. And then, actually, I think that's good enough. Okay, so I am gonna trim 1/8 of an inch off. So I'm just going to take 1/4 of an inch off of each side. And I know I'm probably doing this the hard way, but in all actuality, I think I took more than I should have. This side is pretty good though. I didn't do a bad job. There. All right, and then I'm going to take off. See, I can't see what I need to take off here. So, let me go. Right about there. I'm guessing. Okay, so let's see how bad I did. Not too bad. All right, just like so. That looks good enough to me. Now, if we wanted this to pop more, we could put another color under there. Oh, we didn't even use all of those. And trying to get some of this mess off the way to make it pop. So we could put, I don't know, there's not really any black in there, but sometimes black really will help things pop a little better. But I think what I'm gonna do is just use some white. I think I'm gonna use some Whisper White behind it as a layer. So I'm gonna do this at 5 1/4 by 4. And this is where we're going to be able to see how badly I cut that wrong. Oh, glue everywhere. Okay. So we're just going to layer that right on there. I could trim side of that a little bit more, but I think I'm going to leave it alone. All right, so we're going to go ahead and adhere this to the Whisper White layer, just like so. There we go. And then we're gonna, do I want to pop that up, or do I think I'm just gonna glue that down straight down, right on here. Just like, oops, sorry. I think I just put my head right in the camera. All right. Well, that glue just dried really fast. Woohoo! Wow, that glue dried fast, and that is not straight at all. Oh well. It's Facebook Live. We're going with it. Okay, so. Oh, me. And I know that I bet I used it for something else, like our sentiment on our other thing. I had a piece of 3/4 of an inch wide strip. I probably used it on something else. So here's an inch, but I didn't want an inch. I really wanted a 3/4 inch wide, because our sentiment isn't that wide. And, well, I probably did. I think I used it on I grabbed it and used it on our little package over there. So let me see if I can cut this sort of straight, if it doesn't slip and slide in there. Okay, there we go. All right. We are gonna, let me make sure this is 5 inches. It needs to be 5 inches. I am really not doing that well today, you guys. I'm like all over the place. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so I'm gonna use some Just Jade for our sentiment. And I couldn't decide, because on this card I used Sending Love Your Way. And I thought it fit pretty nicely on there. A big thank you would work, like thank you from the Ornate Gardens. Or if you have Delightful Daisy stamp set, which is now retired, but if you have it, I think the thank you in that would probably fit too very nicely. At least I think it would. Which I was gonna pull mine out and try it, but I don't see where it is. Daisy Lane, not Daisy Lane, that's the new one. Well, I guess I won't, because I don't see it. I must have it somewhere else. I've been trying to gather all of my retired stuff for my BOGO during my class next week, so it might be in that pile. Okay, so if you have that, it would probably work really well. And if you don't, you can use any sentiment that you want to use. I've been using Lovely You sentiments a lot because I really love them. I love the font, and I love the sayings on there. But I think I'm going to use something a little different. So I'm thinking that might use thank you so very much, but that one might have to go on an inch, come to think of it. So I don't think it's gonna fit on there. Nope, it won't. So it will fit on the inch, but I really don't want to use it the inch because I think it's so big. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and stick with the let me see. Decisions. Because it kind of takes away from our, oh, I could. Oh, you know what I want to do? I think I will use the inch one, and I will bring it all the way down and across. And we're going to trim this down because the Whisper White is 5 1/4. So we'll trim this down at 5 1/4. And yeah, it looks like a fan, doesn't it? It's really cute. Okay, so I think I am going to use the thank you so very much because I'm always needing thank you cards, and we're going to use it. All right, so I'm going to block this up. This one might not be big enough, but I'm going to make it work. Just make it work. And no, it's not. Okay, so oh my goodness. You guys know it doesn't bother me so much anymore when I mess up or I have a bad day, because there's a couple of gals that I watch every once in a while, and you know, they're the $1 million in career sales and $2 million, $3 million in career sales, and they have bad days too. So I'm like, you know what? I am only human. I am not a machine, and it is okay. All right, I am going to have to stand up for this one. So I'm probably going to get a little loud, so I'm going to talk a little softer. And I want to try to get that in the center and straight. I don't think it is, but not too bad. Okay. So that is going to go right down here like so. So we're going to go ahead and glue that down. Yeah, when I first started doing my Facebook Lives, I would get so frazzled and so upset, and when I would mess up, because it just would bother me. And now it just doesn't anymore. It is what it is. You can't help what goes wrong on a live video, and something is going to go wrong. That's for sure. All right, so there you go. So now, what I did forget is I did want to use ribbon on this, and I wanted to use, but we've already glued that down. I wanted to use a little gingham. This is from the Flowers for Every Season ribbon combo pack. And I wanted to put that down on there just to give it a little something, but I have already glued that. Let me see if maybe I can slide this up. Oh wait, that didn't glue all the way. Yay, I just might be able to get that in there. Ah, yay. Okay, so some of the things that just make me happy. All right, my ribbon scissors. I'm even throwing things around to where now I can't find them when I need it. Okay, so I need my glue dots, my mini glue dots. So I'm gonna pick this up. Well, I'm gonna put a piece of put one on that end. You know, why am I picking that up? I can just lay the ribbon right down on there. What is wrong with me today? All right, I hope you guys are laughing with me and not going, oh geez, this girl's just, she's just lost her mind. She does not know what she's doing. Please just laugh with me because this is just an off day. I'm telling you. Okay, so we're gonna do that. And we are going to come around this way. Try to remember to keep the card in view. I'm going to tuck that right down in there. Probably didn't need to be that long, but it is. All right. Whale, fiddle, 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 and it needs to come up to there. Okay. Come on. There we go. So that's that. And I am going to stick some glue, some liquid glue down there just to kind of help that stay down, I think. Come on. Sometimes you do get frustrated when something just is not wanting to work the way you want it to. And I need to just throw this bottle out and get me a new bottle because it is empty, pretty much empty. I think that's good. Okay, so let's go ahead and my ribbon could be a little tighter, but I'm gonna fix that real quick because mini glue dots are your friend. Let me tell you, they are definitely your friend. I'm going to stick that right there, put that right there, and it will hold it down. So there's that. And then what we could do is we could cut us another piece of, actually I'm going to tie it before I cut it. This is pretty ribbon too. It's pretty easy to work with as well. Most of the time, except for when my fingers don't want to work. All right, so we're going to tie a little bow. Just like that. And I think I'm going to put the bow to the side. Nah. You know what? I am going to tie this through here. So we want to lift this up actually. Okay, so this is going to come through here, and I'm going to tie a faux bow. I'm just going to tie a knot. The card actually is so pretty by itself. It really didn't need any ribbon, but I just kind of wanted to step it up just a little bit by adding some ribbon to it. So just like that. All right, so I really like the way that looks. And now we need another glue dot just to hold that in place right here, just like that, okay? And then we're gonna trim up our, not the ribbon scissors, trim up our thing, just like that. Let's trim a little more off of that side. Whew, okay, we made it through this, and this is not a hard card to make, but I guarantee you, I probably made it look 3 times harder than it actually is. But that is your sunburst technique. Hey, hey, Chris. Oh, it's okay. I know, Lynette, isn't the gingham pretty? I love the color. It's it's called Just Jade. So it matches the leaves and the ferns that's in the designer series paper. And so, yep, so that's it. That is how you do the sunburst card. So you guys, I am so sorry that I have been so fumbly today. And here's our other project that we used, because if you remember last night, the Kit Kat candy bar that I bought to go in our little treat box didn't fit. It was like 1/4 of an inch too long. So I told you guys that I would come up with a cute packaging for it, and I did. And I hope that you really like it. I hope that today's video is going to inspire you or has inspired you. And yeah, my words are even jumbled up today. I don't know what's wrong with me. Oh boy. So thank you so much for taking your time out in your afternoon to spend with me. And I hope that you guys give this a try. I will list the supplies that I used with an easy click and shop links for it. So if you wanted to purchase any of the items, and also the measurements on my blog, and I'm gonna I'll have it up and ready for you tomorrow. And I will also put the link on Facebook so that you can click on it and you can have everything that you need to recreate these projects. So anyway, thank you so much for the hearts. You guys make sure you share the video so that it can get out there to other people. You never know, somebody on your friends list just might really like this. And you know, between you and me, who wouldn't, right? So anyway, you guys have a fantastic rest of the afternoon and have a fantastically blessed weekend. And until our next live, it might be Monday. I'm not sure yet. Like I said, I'm going to be trying out different nights to see what works best. And I hear my dinger ringing in my oven. So my lunch is ready. So I am going to go. I'll see you guys later.